Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithali.com, and I am here for our final day of our craft along. This is all about foam falls featuring the lovely and beautiful suite. We've done so far 5 of the cards. Today is the last three to make a total of 8 cards. And so let me just show you day 1. We made these 2 cards already, right? That was day 1. So you can watch the videos in my Facebook page or also on YouTube. Those have been already uploaded. And then yesterday we made this pocket card. Then we did this one with the belly band. And then we've done the first one from Joey's cards. So today we're going to be making 3 more cards. These are the ones that Joey designed. And so by the end of the day, we're going to have completed our 8 cards today. So anyway, as a reminder, you can get both of the tutorials, Joey's and myself, when you place an order with me between now and Friday, February 13th. If your order is $50, you'll get both of the tutorials for free. If your order is $75 or more, then you'll get a card kit in the mail to make the cards, and it will look something similar. Let me just put it here. Something similar like this with all the pieces already cut out. You do have to have the bundles that we are featuring in this card class, because anything from the bundles, and for this class, this suite includes 2. Let me just show you here which ones there are. So we have the, what is this? The Beautifully Celebrated, which is the one that has the labels. These are really cool, and as you're gonna see them, we've been using them a lot on our cards. And then you have the Simply Beautiful, which is the one that has the the flowers. So anyway, definitely these are a must-have. And the flowers, I'm just very excited because they offer you different ways. We looked yesterday, you can color these, you can stamp those tone on tone. You can stamp them on basic white and then color them with the blends. We did one with we color with the the blending brushes as well. And then of course, then you have the standalone flowers where you can put them together. So definitely lots of different cool ways to use them. So I would encourage you to get this right away. So anyway, so like I said, the kits would look like this, and it will have all of the 8 of the cards that we have. The PDFs also will be included, and on the PDF you actually get 2 additional cards. I'll show you today mine because I haven't shared with you how they look. I don't have the one from Joey, but this is the one that I did, and then you can see how beautiful this is. So again, you get an extra bonus. There is on the instructions, there is the instructions on how to do this one, because this was not included. What we're doing in our craft ones lately is that we make several cards, and then we always put the one extra each of us, so there's at least 2 bonuses cards, just to get you all excited and get you an additional card idea of what to do with the products that you have. Of course, all of these foam folds are very easy to recreate, so for sure you're going to be able to make them over and over. All right, so anyway, so let's go ahead. By the way, today we start a new card club kit. This is the one, so beginning now through March 7th, we have the card club for the month of March. And for this month, we are featuring the Easter basket, the one that has the Easter bunnies. So let me just show you the cards because this is the first time I'm showing them. Today is the first day. I will be updating the page today, so it's not yet with the graphic, but look how beautiful. 3 of these cards are foam folds. The other 2 are just easy cards. All of them are very easy. When I say it's easy, it's just there's not foam folds, but all of them are super easy to create. These have been by far my favorite ones. I love the little bunnies, and I love how you can create baskets and also how you can assemble some of the flowers. So lots of different options. You will need to have the Easter basket bundle. I would highly suggest you get it right away, mainly because Easter is coming, and and those products usually tend to sell out. So anyway, so that's that. You can get more information at creatingwithali.com/card club. You can read all the information about it. The kits are always $45 when you're on Card Club. You can get it as a one-time class for $50, but it's better if you get it on a Card Club, because again, you end up saving $5 from there. And then it's my subscription program, so you're on for as long as you want. Oh, hi, Laura. ¿Cómo estás, Laurita? And so, what was I saying? So anyway, when you stay for 6 consecutive months, you get also, a goodie bag of, additional goodie bag on your kit. So anyway, it's better to be on the club. And, like I said, go to creatingwithali.com/card club. You can read all the information, subscribe. And then when you subscribe, make sure you go back to that page and make sure you fill out that Google form, because that's when you're telling me where to ship your kit. It's a very important step to do. All right, so I'm going to flip the camera. I'll be sending also the replay of these to those of you on my mailing list. So make sure you are on my mailing list. When you go to my page, you will get a pop-up so you can sign up right there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it on the description of the of the video, the link to get on my mailing list, as well as the supply list of the products that we're using today, so that you can, check them out. You can also see all the information about Card Club. So anyway, so lots of information on the description of this video when we're below. And then when this is also up, somewhere here, there's usually also a link that you can click to read more about Card Club and whatnot. So anyway, so let me flip the camera and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Where is this? Did it move? I don't think so yet. There we go. I'm like, did it move? Let me put my other phone here just so that I can see the comments. And let me know where you're watching from. It's always really good to see who are here. Oh, let me turn off the volume too. Anyway, I think lighting today is better. So I'm not going to be using the additional light. But if it gets all darker with the shadow, then we're going to go ahead and do it. So maybe this time is better. So anyway, so we're going to start with this one. I have the PDF here with me. Let me also turn that on for a second. These devices shut down. Not should I read like iPads, they go black. All right, so here is card number 1. So I'm following the instructions from Joey. I've already pre-done some of the things here. And she stamped our images. So let me just go over these because we're probably going to be scoring. So let's just go from here. So from her Calypso, I have my trimmer. So we're going to start with the base of Calypso Coral, and this is 11 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to be scoring at 2 1/8. Let me just put this one. 2 1/8. I'm following her instructions here. Okay, we're going to go 2 1/8. 3 3/8. Okay, is that right? And then 1/8, I don't know. I'm kind of like, what? And then at 8 7/8. I don't know. 8 7/8. Oh, okay. See, this is kind of a new phone fold for me too. So I'm kind of like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Okay, so I think I got what we're doing. I was like, wait a minute, this sounds weird. But no, I see what she's doing here. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna go ahead. So what we did was 4 1/4 by 11, and we scored at 2 1/8, 3 3/8. And then at 7 7/8. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to fold this one. And this is gonna go, yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, good. And then this one is gonna go this way. So it's a different kind of gatefold, if you will. Oh, I'm loving it. I don't think I've ever done anything like this, so I'm excited to see how that goes. And then as far as the different pieces, so I have here one of the labels. Now, if you want to know, this one I think is the fourth one. Yeah, it's the fourth one from the largest to the smallest one. This is the fourth one from the what is this? Beautifully Celebrated die. So it is this, okay? We have one of those in basic white. Then we have, ooh, what did I do? Okay. Then I have some scraps for my leaves and my flower, which we're going to be doing. I did already cut out the, I don't know how you call this, but this little embellishment using this die with the gold foil. Then I have a piece of basic white. And then this one is, what is this? 4 by 4. Okay, so we're going to have a square here, which this one is going to go somewhere here. Yep, there you go. Okay. And then I have a piece of a Calypso coral pattern from the designer's newspaper, and this one is 1/8 by 4 1/8. So this is going to go right here. Okay, we got it. And then these ones, I have two. I decided to cut 2 of them. You can see it's going to be this way because I need them to be, is that right? Yes. Okay, so what I did is on this one, you should have 4 pieces of the designer series paper at 1 7/8. Oh, you know what? I might have done this incorrectly. I might have to cut this again. It's 1 7/8 by 4 1/8. And so, no, I might be right. And I didn't want to cut it. So what I did is I end up cutting it at, let's see if this works, at 3 3/4. And then I'm going to be cutting it at half. Just because I wanted to make sure that these patterns were the same. Yes. But now that I see this, I might have done this wrong. You know, I think this is, hold on, is this 3 3/4? It should be. It should be, I'm thinking. So let's just think about these. Let's just see if it measures that. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, it does. Okay, so I can do math. But now that I do these, oh yeah, I feel like this one's like I might need to cut a little bit more to like 1/8 just to make the same borders, you know. So instead of being at 4 1/8. I think this one should be 4 1/4, okay? Just so that we get the same border, I think. Hold on, let me see. Do I want that or not? I think so. Because otherwise, it's too skinny of a border here, but then wider here. And I don't know you, but sometimes I get too anal with those things. So I'm going to have those. I'm going to be cutting those. And then this is exactly the same thing because these are for the inside. So, okay. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be making this. I'm going to make a decision of cutting it at 4, instead of a 4 1/8, I'm going to be cutting it at 4. See? So, oh, and I know what I forgot, my little trash can. So I'm going to have all my pieces here in the table. Okay. I'm going to put these ones together and then let's cut these ones. Yeah. Yeah, so instead of 4 1/8, we're going to be doing at 4. There we go. So you're going to be cutting a little bit. I mean, it's okay. It's, you know, these are your cards, so it's your preference, right? So anyhow, so I'm going to be adding these ones like this. See? So these are going to be the inside, and then these are going to be... Okay, so now for this one, let's go ahead and start... Ooh, let me go. I forgot my my cleaner, and then we need also Calypso coral. So give me a second. I totally forgot these, so give me 1 second here. Calypso coral. here it is. Leaves the coral and then this one. Okay, sorry about that. You know, we use different colors. I'm thinking, oh, sorry. So I'm thinking, I don't think I saw the pictures correctly to bring everything. But okay, so, and I also brought this one. So as far as my blocks, I should have one block for the sentiment. What did I do with the block? Here we go. This one says wedding wishes. Now, why did I put everything away? I have no clue. But okay. We're going to be needing this one. Oh, goodness gracious. Wedding wishes. And then we're going to be needing the happy couple. You know what? I'm going to be using this side just in case. And then I need this one. And, oh, actually, no, she used 2 of these little ones. Okay, so I'll do this one. And then I'll do this one. Okay, so we're going to be stamping. So on this one, we have Calypso Coral. Good morning, Shirley. How are you? Okay, so we're going to be putting to the happy couple right here. And then we're going to have the wedding wishes. Ooh, and it's kind of a tight one, you know? There we go. Oh, be careful with these ones, because, you know, anytime we have something that has, like, the red, you stain your hands so easy. So easy. So, let me just clean this up, because I'll be getting this everywhere. And then we need the old olive, which I do have here, and the this one. And then I'm gonna bring my old olive marker. I'm gonna go just with the just like this for right now. Okay, so ooh, we're gonna stamp this one, and then we need old olive. And we're gonna have 2 of these leaves. And same as what we're doing in the other ones, we're just gonna go ahead and add. This time I'm just going with the okay. And then we're gonna be doing, and you know, this is gonna dry. This is old olive, the light shadow. And then once it dries, you just get a little bit of a shadow, just to give it a little bit of interest to your. Okay. We're gonna let it dry. And then for this one, we're gonna go ahead and I'm going with the darker or the dark shade. And then I'm going to go back with the lighter one. Just to soften a little bit that look. And I'm gonna let it dry for a second here. Okay. So now let's start putting these things together. Oh, let me clean those two, just so that I don't end up with. And let's cut this out. All right, so let's bring our okay, so we're gonna be needing this one and this one. So let's go with that. And we're gonna bring our light cutting machine. Ooh, I'm gonna be moving this because I feel like I am all crooked here. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and bring this one. And then have this one come here. And then we're gonna run it through. Okay. This is trash. We're gonna have that one. And then here is the next one. Okay. So we can put this one off. All right, so let's now start assembling our car because we have, I believe, all of the pieces now. So we're gonna go ahead and start gluing these. Ring your seal. And this is gonna go on this section. All right, and then for this, we said this is gonna be the inside. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put them like so. Yeah, I like when I have like even edges. I don't know you. Like I said, it's your car. So you might want to modify if you want or leave it as it was. For me, I felt like I want to have an edge, an equal edge. And then this panel is gonna go right here. So I'm gonna put it once I have my ribbon. So I've noticed she has a ribbon here. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be making sure this is flat, and we're gonna be making a bow. The only thing I would just make sure is that it is flat. And so like okay. And I forgot my pliers again, my tweezers. So it's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and do this. It's not too bad. Okay. There we go. Feel like I don't know, I feel like this one is too small and this one, so let me add a little bit more of the ribbon. So if that ever happens, just undo it. There you go. Yeah, I like that better. And then we can cut out this one. I'm gonna just cut this one for a little bit, just so that I don't have. And then we're just gonna be moving it to where I want it. There you go. So I want it here. I'm gonna bring my like so, see? And then this section, we're actually gonna go ahead and glue. I'm actually gonna be putting a little bit here, just to make sure that the whole thing gets adhesive. And we're gonna shut it. And so now you have it like so, see? Like I said, this is kind of a new foam fold for me. I don't think I ever made one of these. I will be using my bone folder here just to make sure that, there you go. And then we're gonna go ahead and add this one right here. So the kids are upstairs, but I can still hear them shouting out loud. They're watching a movie with their dad, and holy cow, I still hear him. Hi, Gail, nice seeing you here. Very sunny but cold Michigan. We're having a great day here. Yesterday it was raining for the majority of the day. Today we have a really clear day, which I love. I'll be honest, I'm not minding at all the rain. Which, you know, a lot of people were, I don't know, telling me how Vancouver has a little rain, and it does, right? Like November was raining almost every day, but not too bad to the point where you cannot get out. So to me, that was the key. So I didn't mind the rain in November. And it wasn't that cold in December, so even better, right? It was cold, you know, like winter temperatures, but not to what we saw in Texas, for instance, right? Like my friends in Texas were definitely colder, and in the Northeast, for sure, it was super cold. We went for the holidays to New Jersey, and oh my goodness, yeah, it was really cold. So I'm excited that we don't have that bad of a winter either, you know? So we haven't seen really a snow here in Vancouver. Like if you go to the mountains, then you will see some of it. But in the city, there's really not. So like I said, all in all, it hasn't been that bad for us. It's a transition. And in fact, I think I'm liking it better than the weather in Dallas, just because I can go out. I don't like too much the heat, which, you know, being in Texas, you will have heat for sure. And so I'm happy that we don't have those temperatures, you know. So all in all, not too bad. All right, so I'm gonna be putting this one. So here is how this is gonna go. So I'm gonna have this here, and then this one right there, and then I will be adding this one somewhere here. Yep, something like that. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's just start putting these things. Gail says, loving this new phone fold for me as well. That DSP is strike. I know. Oh, and you say, no, don't worry about the ketos. I doubt it butters anyway. Oh, you're so sweet. You know, they are loud, especially Oliver. Holy cow. My Oliver. He is loud, loud, loud. He gets excited so easy, you know? So, yeah. We actually have to be constantly reminded to use your inner voice, you know, like you have to be less, you know, loud. Because he's always so, I don't know, excited, I guess. So anyway, you know, that's a boy thing, I'm sure. Okay, we're going to be adding a little bit of the, just to make sure it holds. I'm not putting everywhere this time, mainly because there's some areas that might be getting out of the cart, you know? So I just want to make sure that I'm not, gluing it to this side of the cart, because otherwise it's not gonna open, right? And then we're gonna be adding dimensionals. So yesterday I was with the kiddos doing Valentine's treats, and we were using some design, you know, we were doing some of those pockets, and so we use one of the dimensionals, you know, like one of the large dimensionals for each of them. And this is like the second one, right? Like I think I'm gonna have to open my last sheet, and I think I was on this class where I opened the first one, so that's how much I really, or how many of the dimensionals I use for the card. So anyway, I love our dimensionals, I really do. And we were only putting like one dimensional, which I know, shocking for me, right? But it was one dimensional for those little pouches. We're doing one of those origami, you know, like little treat holders. The ones that you start with a 6x6 and then fold it where you make a little pocket. Mainly because A, Oliver loves origami. And then 2, because I thought that would be a great way for me to use the designer series paper. Because, you know, we always have tons of designer series paper. And then 2, because then Oliver can help me make them. Because in the past, when they were little, I would be the one making them, right? And so now I'm like, no, they're older now. Like Oliver is now 9, Addison is 7. They surely can help doing their Valentines. So it was kind of fun seeing them. Oliver definitely loved doing the little pouches, and in fact he was really fast. And Addison was just the stuffing, you know, she was putting the dimensional. She likes the stickers, so she feels like the dimensionals are just a sticker, so she likes that part. So she was holding them, and then she was stuffing them, because yeah, she wants to be putting all the little treats in the bags. So anyway, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, we used almost all my dimensionals. I think I might have to be opening a new pack soon here. which is okay, right? I mean, it's fine. Okay, now for this one, we're going to be using, I feel like we can use one for these. I'll use, oh my gosh, yes. Oh, goodness. These gems are so nice. And then I'm just going to sprinkle, you know, like some of these. Oh. I'll put another one right there. With a little one here. You know? And like how beautiful this looks. Like I said, this is a new foam fold for sure. I will be using this more and more. And I love the designer's use paper on both ends. I thought for a second I was like, huh, it also has inside, you know? So anyway, the only modification that I did is this one, instead of being a 4 1/8 by 1 7/8, I went with 1 7/8 by 4. I took away, that way I have the same equal border. Like I said, I don't know if you like it where there's a skinnier border here and more here. I personally always like even corners, so just make sure you note that if you want to have it the same way I have it here, right? But overall, I thought it was a great, right? Like, other than that, I just love everything about it. No modifications. All right, so let's just go with the next card. I think the next one, yeah, the next one you're going to see is the one that I mentioned. It looks very similar to the one that I made, which, like I said, I thought that was funny. Because again, we're not really consulting each other. We have the freedom to design however we want. And then we just send our samples afterwards, right? Like, hey, here are my samples, so that we have them. And one of the things that I love about her is her designs are so beautiful. Like, I've never been disappointed in any of her cards, to be honest. And then the other thing is that I think we have kind of the same type of design structure. You know, we love the designer's use paper. We love the layers. So overall, it has been really great partnering with Joey. All right, so now for this one, so we have our pieces. So let's go over measurements real quick. The old olive is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's a quarter velvet sheets. And then we have a little piece that is 3 1/2. Is that right? By 1 1/2. Yeah. So 3 1/2 by 1 1/2. Yep. And then it says that we need to be scoring this one. We're going to be scoring here in a second. And then the fresh ratio is 2 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/4 by, what it is? By 10 3/4. So instead of having 11, you're going to be cutting a little bit. And then she says the score at 5 3/8. I'm just going to score it. I'm not going to score it. I'm just going to fold it in half. You know? I'm just going to go, because this is going to be, like I said, it's very similar to the one that I shared with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and have it this way. And let's see, is this the 5 3/8? Let's see. Yep, 5 3/8. So I could have also scored. Anyway, so this is going to go like so. Now hers have a little bit of a border around it, where when I made mine, it was all the way to the top. Okay, so that's one of the differences. The other thing that she did, which we talked about it when I created my card, is that she actually got a whole sheet. So her oh my gosh, what is the word? Her tutorial does says go with a 4 by 1/8 by 5 3/8. And like it said to you, I feel always like I waste the paper that way because you're not going to show it. So I went with the strips of 1 inch by 5 3/8. Because again, at the end of the day, you're not going to have, you're not going to see anything there. And we're going to be covering the rest with this one. And you get the same, you know, the same look. But you can follow her instructions and do the whole piece and then put this one on top. It's up to you guys. All right. Like I said, these are your cards, so you have to be happy with them. And then we have a piece of the designer series paper, and then this one is, see, like I feel this one is slightly larger. So this one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So I feel like it cannot be 5 3/8 because it will be the same. Oh yeah, no, she has it. Okay, so she only has a little bit. But I'm not really seeing anything on mine. So I'm just going to cut a sliver. I want to see a little bit more of the purple. You know, so I'm okay with the 5. So there's like a little border, but nothing on top of black. Okay, yeah, I like that. But I need to cut mine slightly more. You see, when you cut your designer series paper, or any measurements, sometimes, you know, you get, I don't know if you see this, but if you get like above and, you know, from these lines, right? If you get right on top, sometimes it can be a sliver, bigger or smaller, right? So this one was 5 3/8. So I'm just gonna cut like a little piece more, you know, like just so that I have that border, because again, I do want to see the purple showing. You know, I'm a purple person, so I do want to see a little bit of that. And I see where she has it top and bottom not having, right? So like so. I just need to, yeah, there you go. See, so I want to see more of that so it shows here rather than nothing. Okay, but it's up to you. Okay, so that's it from that. And then we have a piece of basic white, and this is 2.5 by 5 1/4. So 2.5 by 5 1/4, which is going to go inside. She doesn't have this piece, but I had a scrap from this one. So I was like, oh, I'm going to just go ahead and use this and then use it for my inside of the card. Again, she doesn't have that one, but you're going to have a scrap so you can put them. And then we have a scrap for the sentiment. And we have scraps for the die cuts. So anyway, so let me just show you here what we've got. And, oh, there is also this piece. Let me just tell you. This one is 1 3/8 by 2 inches, which is going to go with that one. And then we have these. Now, I realized as I was cutting these pieces for my card that she actually used 2 of these pieces. Okay, the scrap for that cutting. I thought she only used it once, but she has 2. So my solution, again, is just die cut another one of the designer series paper, and this one matches really nice. Okay, so ours is gonna look slightly different just because I thought she used 1 and then I realized she used 2 of them just to make that sandwich for like the little flap, and you're gonna see what I mean. So anyway, so just cut out another of these labels, and now this label is, if I remember, this is the 3rd. Yep. So this is the 3rd one from the largest to the smallest one. So we're gonna go ahead and do that one. So anyway, on your kits, you have a half a pack of this designer series paper, so you can get the additional. All right, so let's just go with that. Now, as far as the stamping, we're gonna put holding. So let's just bring our stamp set. This one has the holding. Yeah, this one. Let me take this one back. Holding you in my heart, and then on the inside we're gonna be getting, I'm gonna put this one, we're gonna be getting this one. I'm just putting them right now so I don't lose them, because you know these are clear. And then we're gonna be using fresh freesia, which I think I had it. Yeah, I had here fresh freesia. This one, and then the ink. We need the fresh freesia. And I'll show you what I already cut out there. But anyway, first things first, we're gonna bring our sentiment. And this one is holding you in my heart. Oh, let me move this. Holding you in my heart. Oh, look at that. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring this one. And we're gonna stamp the flower. And if you have memento, you could use memento. I'm just going with the early espresso because I forgot again. But I'm gonna be putting it somewhere here. She has it all the way to the bottom because she doesn't have the designer series paper. But like I said, I have this scrap and I was like, let's just use it, you know. I love designer series paper. And of course this is purple, so why not? Okay, so now I'm just gonna go with I'm using our Old Olive, the light shade. By the way, how are you liking this series, right? Like, this is our third and final day. But how are you liking foam folds? Do you like foam folds? I think foam folds for me is always like a wow factor, you know? And I like them when they're easy. I don't like the ones, not that I don't like, I shouldn't say that. I don't like making them when they're too many things to cut, too many things. I love them. I love how they look, but I sometimes don't like making them, you know? I like them. I want to have easy foam folds that I can recreate over and over and still have that wow factor, you know? But I don't know. Now we're going to be using the Fresh Free Shade just to go with the colors of this card. And again, using the light and then the darker. And then we're just going to color this or blend it. Ooh, I got now. Like it seems like the sun kind of moved. Let me bring my light again. Give me a second. Just so that we don't have, kind of went, like the sun disappeared for a second, right? I'm gonna be putting this one right here for a second. Hopefully that helps us. Oh, how did I put it last time? I think I put it this way. Hopefully that helps us. Yep, a little bit better, maybe. Because like the sun kind of disappear. For a second. Hopefully it comes back. And where are the scissors here? What do you do with the scissors though? These are my Raven scissors, so I don't like using those. Where are the scissors? Oh, here. I'm like, what do I do with the scissors? There we go. Gail says, totally get having to cut so many parts, but I do enjoy this class. Oh, good. Yeah. Thank you. All right, so now for this one, we're going to be cutting it in an angle as well. So we're going to go ahead, I probably, because it's going to go somewhere here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this in an angle. And then I'm going to be cutting this a little bit tighter, you know? I think still okay. Yeah. Okay, so now let's start assembling our card. For these ones though, so this is what we have. I cut out the two larger kind of flower petals And then I have this one, right? And then the detail in the gold foil. So we have it here. And then I have these leaves with mossy meadow and old olive. So let's put this together first. So I feel like, so like this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a glue dot here first. Okay. And then I'm going to be adding this one right here. So I'm going to put it like so. So again, another glue dot. And then I'm going to have this one. I'm going to be adding it right there. Now for this one, I'm just going to go with the liquid adhesive. Just adding it here. All right, and so this one is pretty much done. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like so. Actually, you know what? I think this might have been, now that I look into this, ooh. I think I like this one better this way, you know? There you go. Like, yeah. It's up to you, right? Okay, and then we're gonna have this one. Now, I didn't see exactly how they fit, you know? So I'm just laying them and then go from there. Like this one and that one, see? So just go ahead and add them. Again, having this little bottle always helps. Okay. Don't add too much because you don't want to be oozing, you know, all the glue. So you want little pockets of adhesive. Not too much. All right, and then let's just close the cap. All right, so now we have these and we're gonna be gluing these pieces. Now, if you remember, there was, we needed to score this one at 1.5. So let's just score this one before we forget. So she said 1.5, and this is scoring it. And I am guessing that this one goes on this side. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Let me move. Oh, sorry. Let me move the blinds out of the way. Oh, the sun came back. Okay. And I'm going to be cutting these little tiny pieces. Like, you see how measurements, even though you cut them, like sometimes they can be slightly larger. Just by a tiny bit. That's okay. All right, so now let's just start assembling the card. So we have all of our pieces. Oh, see, I was not even... I'm not even... And I know I put it in half and then somehow it wasn't... You know? Like, I don't know what I did. Well, I'm gonna leave it that way then. It's too late. Let's start putting these pieces first. Let's go with this. I'm like trying to figure out what we're doing. There should be another one. Cannot look better on that end, like it's the same continuation of the pattern. Okay, and then I'm gonna be adding this one right here. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. You want to make sure you're kind of matching it. There you go. And then we're gonna have, ooh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add this. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. Because this one was right here underneath. So let me, when I do these things, because this is going to go, I'm gonna put this one for a second here. And I might need to cut out another piece. So yeah, let me undo this thing. And of course I always put so much of adhesive, right? That is harder, but that's okay. That's okay. We can fix these things. So this one is gonna go right on the center. I forgot. And I had it here and I forgot. Ah, okay. I'm gonna put this one like right in the center. Is that right? It's not quite there. So I'm gonna maybe more in the center. There you go. There we go. I'm gonna need to be adding a little more of adhesive here just to make sure this is all. So you can see me how I'm fixing stuff here. There we go. So it's not something that you cannot fix. You can always fix these things. Okay, so now all is good. Whew. Okay, and so now this part goes this way, see that? And then for this one, we're gonna go ahead and add this one. Okay. And then this one is gonna go with these. Yes. Okay, so now this one is gonna go like so. And then this one is right here. So now for this one, like I said, you're gonna kind of wrap this around. So this one goes this way, and then this one goes this way, okay? So what I would do, it's add adhesive on this one. Let me just make sure I put this one here. And I am kind of centering it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive here. And I'm going to cover this. See? And so, like I said, this one was supposed to be two pieces of this one, but I think I actually like this one better, and it kind of pulls, you know, everything there. So anyway, so that was my effort to make things better. And so now for this one, she has this one right at the bottom. You want it to be here. And she wrapped around, she put a bow right here. Okay, so where is the ribbon? What do you do with the ribbon? Here. You can wrap around if you want. Wish, do we want to do that? Maybe. I mean, you got a full spool, right? So we could. But if not, you can only do, like if you're doing multiples, right? You can only do the bow and glue it on top. But anyway, I'm just gonna wrap around. And let me just also tell you the truth. I never read instructions. So, I don't know. I could probably see what Joy suggested. But, oh, she did wrap her around. So anyway. But anyway, I'm so bad with this. Because again, I'm more of a visual person, right? So, it's always... There we go. So now that we have it, I'm going to go ahead and add a glue dot. And I just need to move this. There you go. There we go. So now let's add a glue dot. I always like adding glue dots just to make sure they're not moving around. Once I know where it is, where it should go. There you go. And so now this one goes here, see? And I probably need to move this one, in this case, to the top. Probably need to, yeah, to the top. There you go. There you go. I might have to put another one of those glue dots, you know, since I move it around. Okay. All right. Okay, now for this one, we're going to go ahead and add dimensionals to these, and we're going to put them right at the bottom Yeah, I'm gonna go with dimensionals. I like dimensionals. So we just need to be mindful that we don't need any dimensional all the way to this side. Okay. There you go. Okay. And then for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and add this, say like this, and this one go here. And then this one is gonna go right there, okay? So I'm gonna be adding this. I feel like I should probably add this also with dimensionals. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive here and a little bit here. And let me just put this ones here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add like right there. And right there. Is that right? No, I feel like this one is too. I need to make sure. I think you need to be mindful on this card is that you don't want to be like too long from here or too long from there so that it opens nice. So like so. And then we're going to be adding dimensionals. You're going to try to hide them. And maybe I need one here. I'll go with the little ones. Where are the little ones? Again, you're trying to kind of hide them so they're not seen through. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. There you go. And so see, this one opens like so and then like this. Isn't that beautiful? I love how she did her card. Now, as far as the gems, we're going to be adding some of the gems here. And where are we? We're going to be using the white ones. So I'm just going to add in areas where I have like more spaces, if you will. So you're going to be adding yours maybe in different places than we are. There you go. But look how beautiful this looks. Oh, and I'll put another one right here. There we go. And so this is how it looks. What do you think, huh? So it opens like this and like that. Boop. Beautiful, right? So anyway, this is the second card. Let me make the last one and then we're done for the day. Okay, let me check. This one, I feel like this one is an easy one. That's what I feel, but we'll see. I did change also the designer series paper on this one. She had the purple one. On her sample, she has this one with this pattern, and I went with the one that has more of the peach pie with the fresh freesia. So again, this paper you can mix and match. So we're gonna start with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11, and this one I did see she shared a, what am I saying here? A pattern. So let's just go over that. Oh, good. Dolores says she likes it. You can wait to try. Yeah. What I love about these classes again with Joe is that we both get like different ideas, right? So what she has is we're gonna score, let's see, at 5.5 from the score line, and then okay, yeah, all right, we'll see, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at reading instructions. So we'll go from there. Okay, so she did say go ahead and, so again, 4 1/4 by 11, so we're gonna be folding it in half, so that's a 5.5. And then she said from that line, she said we need 1.5 here. Okay, from here. So that will be 5.5. It's a 7 pretty much, right? So it's 5.5 by 1.5. That's a 7. And we're gonna cut right there. Yeah, 5.5 by 1.5 is 7. And then she said we need to cut another 1.5. Okay, and then you have this piece. Whew. Okay, so not too bad, right? So you need to pretty much cut it at 7, and then 1.5, and then you have this scrap, and then you score on this one at 5.5. Okay, all right. Whew. Not too hard. Not too hard. Okay. Okay. So, and this is one of those, you know, that goes like these, right? See? So I knew of these fold. Now this one ended up being a 2.5 by 4 1/4. Okay. So now we just need our pieces here. So we should have 3 pieces actually. Yeah. That are 4 inches by 1 1/4. And then see, let's see if I cut it. Yeah. And then this one is 2 1/4 by 4. Okay, so this is gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna have, and then this is where I need to decide what do I want. I can put this one on the, is this part of this? I'll probably go this on the top, and then this one at the bottom. Yeah. And then this will be for the inside, I think. I don't really see this one that much, so I'm gonna change. Oh, I'm gonna change this one for the other one, for the inside. So you just pick which patterns you want to see. You know, and like I said, this one you don't really see much, so I'm gonna have this. So I have again, and the reason I went with this pattern differently is because I saw like in the pieces that I got, I had a lot of these too, and I thought this will go really well with that one. Okay, so anyway, but again, it's your card, So you can pick and choose however you want it. Okay, and then where is, oh, what did I do with the other green piece? Oh, here, I'm like, what did I do? Okay, just so I know what goes where. Okay. And then on this one, we're gonna be adding the words holding you in my heart. And I need this to be in Calypso Coral. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add this is gonna go and I went crooked. I can tell that. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this one right here. And so now I'm gonna have this one right here. And we're gonna go ahead and glue these two pieces. Okay. Okay. And so now I'm gonna put this one here aside. I'll put this for a second here. It says holding them. There we go. And then I need this one right here. So we're gonna be adding adhesive at the bottom section and top section. And there you go. Now check if you don't have any adhesive, and if you do, then just bring your adhesive remover and then take it off. I did it okay where I don't have any of that. Ooh, and in fact this one was supposed to be more on the center. That's okay. I'm gonna leave it like so, I think. If not, well, I could still move it. Let's do this again. Okay, let's try this again. I would put more adhesive though. Oh, I see what she did it that way, so you don't see the words. Yeah. Read the instructions, ladies. There you go. Let's do the inspection here. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is how it looks. So far, we're going to do now the stamping. Okay. So first things first, let's do the thinking of you. And where is the stamp? We're going to be needing this one. Oh. Not this one there. We're going to be needing the leaves. And then the biggest of the flowers. Yeah. The flower. The large flower. Okay. So now. Where is the large block? Here. Do I have another block here? Does this one fit this? No, I need the larger. Hold on. Let me get another block here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, so we need 2 of these flowers, if I saw that correctly. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna stamp this with the old olive. Okay. And this one, she has it with okay. Did I this one already? Okay, and then for this one, I'm gonna cut this because I need this piece to like cut one piece. And then we're gonna be using our blending brushes again for this one. And then bring your, I have here what is this color? The bronze and the blending brush, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bring this one. So we're gonna start off on the paper. And then add color. And you can add as much or as little color as you want. I think I'm good with this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So, okay. And then on the leaves, we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the, where is the green? I'm gonna do the same thing here. Oh, not this side, this other one, the bullet pen. Because I do like having those shadows. Okay. And again, when it dries, you're not going to see the hard strokes, but you can see some different shades of the green. I'm using the light of the old olive on old olive, okay? So once it dries, you're not going to see it as dark. I promise you. But you still see some of those the shading. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and cut it out. Now for this one though, she has it with the, so she has her sentiment with Calypso. I'm actually going to go with not old oldie, but the, what is this color? Early Espresso. I don't know. I'm just going to go with that. You can do Calypso Coral. But I'm just going to go with this one, okay? Again, you can make changes. Oh, hi, Kate. No worries, no worries. These are actually being uploaded also to YouTube, so you can also watch them there. You know how Facebook now deletes all the recordings after 30 days, I believe. So you can always, I've been uploading mine on YouTube for, I think from the get-go, to be honest. So you can catch all the videos there. Also on my blog, there is a section on the blog that says video tutorials, if I remember correctly. And you can get, like, every time I post or I upload a video on YouTube, it's linked to that part so that you can kind of see it also there. So you don't have to even look for me on like YouTube. On YouTube, my channel is Alejandra Gomez. On my blog, it's Creating with Ali, of course, right? So you have access. I'll show you here in a second where to go, because then you'll see all of them. Gail says she really hates that Facebook's changing, changed, or what is deleting all the videos. Yeah, exactly. I know, I hate that too, because if you think about it, it's a lot of work for all of us, right? Creating the content, and then to have all of that deleted, breaks my heart. But the good news is that from the beginning, I always uploaded my videos. So from that end, you can see pretty much everything I had ever created there. There might be a couple that were only there because there was a time where I was not doing Facebook time. So I think the very first video was actually on YouTube. So, because I think I got confident on how to do the videos first on YouTube by, because you're not going live. Because it's very nerve-wracking to do the Facebook Live for the first time. But if you are recording the video, you can always pause, delete, or whatnot, right? So some of my first videos are actually on YouTube. And then when I got more confident, then I moved to Facebook and being able to do the lives. But yeah, it's a different thing. Let me move this one slightly here. How many years have I done videos? Oh goodness, I think I'm close to 10 years, if not 11. Because I do remember starting making Facebook Lives when Oliver was born, I think. And so Oliver now is 9. And so I think that's about, so it might be 9, 10, maybe 11. So somewhere around that. So it's been a long time, It's been forever now. I joined Stampin' Up! When I was, I don't know, maybe like 16, 17 years ago. And for the longest, I only did it for the discount, And then I think when I got Oliver, that's when I was like, I probably should be doing this, more as a business. Because at that time, I was like, I want to stay home with the kiddo, right? And so that's when I started doing this. But anyway, I still love my job, so and I love the kiddos, and I do have the time to be with them. But yeah, that was how I initially started. Like, maybe I should be building this as a business so that at some point I could, just do a Stampin' Up! For a living, I guess. But I do enjoy what I do, so the time is not there yet. Maybe in another, 10 years, I don't know. Oh, I forgot this one. Maybe in another 10 years, who knows? Like I moved with the role to Dallas or with my job, different companies though, but I did, tight, it's really tight. So I moved from Mexico to the US with my previous role, and now with my previous company, and now with this other company, now I moved to Canada. So I don't know, there's a lot of things to be grateful with the job, so it's not something that I could just say I'm not going to be working anymore, We'll see. One of these years, I guess. One of these years, not yet. I don't think I'm ready yet for that. But yeah. All right, so this one, we're gonna be coloring this with the what is this color? The dark pecan pie. So say, wow, I know that I found you through Jennifer Cotton when you did a class today. Oh, okay, I fell in love with your classes and I have followed you ever since. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Gail. Yes. It's been a ride. And I love always partnering with Jennifer, to be honest. She's a great upline. She's my upline. She's great upline. Great inspiration from her for sure. Hard worker. So, anyway. But yeah, it's been a while. I think she is celebrating like 21 years. So, anyway, so we have that. All right, so let's put together these things. I need to move this. We are on the final. See how beautiful. So when you don't color them, you see how you get those lines? So I like that. I really do. So anyway, so I'm going to be adding this one here. I think this is how it goes. And then I'm going to be adding this one here. And then I'll have the thinking of you somewhere here. And then have it, look at this. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. Now, she has this one with Calypso Coral. The reason I didn't want to go with that one is because the stamp of the flower was in Calypso, so I felt like it was going to be lost a little bit in my view. Who knows, right? Who knows? But anyway, if you want more of a subtle, like the early espresso does pop up a lot more, you know, for the sentiment. So you can always use the Calypso Coral if you like that look better. But I want it to be more, I don't know, I want to see it more. So for these ones, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of these. And I love, oh my goodness, putting this way so that I can kind of see how I want this. When you're gluing this one, make sure you're not adding adhesive. There you go. Make sure you don't add adhesive in the whole thing. So I would just go like here, like this probably can have dimensionals. This one, not so much. Where are the dimensionals? Where are the dimensionals? Here. And just keep things more like in the center. Which ones are the ones? Okay, so these are the ones that could have, could be looking which ones there are. And then also on the flower, because you know, not everything will be able to. So I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah, and see, I don't have any of the, you don't want any of the dimensionals gluing down to this section, so that's part of the thing here. So for this one, she has the bow here. I don't know that I will do, because I want my sentiment, so how do I, or maybe I do the bow here, let's see. She has a boat right there, so I might go with these and then have my sentiment there, you know? So love her card. And then I'll have this one come this way. Ooh, I like that. And then I can raise this one with dimensionals. I'm out of these dimensionals. Good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have this one come this way. And then let's add some of the gems. I'm gonna go with some of these red here. The one red, yeah, I think, not red, the Calypso. What are you talking about? You know, just to go, let's put this one closer. So I'll have that just to go with the ones that I have there. And then maybe I'll add some of these, a little bit of the subtle ones here. You know? And I'll have one there. There you go. You know, and so look how beautiful this card turned out, right? Look at this. It opens like so. And I just love how it looks. So yeah, good move in moving this to the middle because I was doing it more on the side. But with the size of the flower, I think it does totally make sense to have it there. So anyway, here are the cards that we made today. Let me know which one was your favorite. I'm having a hard time only picking the one. I think like all of the phone folds we made, all of them are easy, which I love. I love, love, love. You know, someone commented not too long ago that I said love, love, love. I've never realized I do that until I saw it on one of the comments. And then now that I said that, I'm just aware, like, oh, that's right, I do say that. So anyway, so these are the 3 cards from today. I'll show you the ones that we've made so far. Where are the ones? Let me just make sure I grab them. I think it's here. Yes. Ooh, no, where are they? Oh, here. I was like, where are they? I thought I had them here. Yeah, so here are all the cards. So you can tell, and you tell me, see, like those 2 fun folds kind of look about the same, if you will, you know? So anyway, here are all the cards. So these are from day 1. And then we have these from day 2. And then we have these ones from day 3. So I'm going to call 1, 2, and 3. Let me know which one is your favorite. Thank you so much. I feel like all of these, I love that these were kind of new to me because I love this hinge, if you will. So I love that. And then, of course, this one was totally different for me, right? So anyway, you can get the card kit in the mail to make all 8 of them. When you place an order, that is $75 in my store. There is a link here in the description of this video. If your order is $50, you get both of the tutorials that have all the measurements, plus 2 additional cards. My bonus card is here. This is my bonus card. I just love. At the beginning I show how it opens, and then for Joy I don't have her bonus. But anyway, it's on the file. I probably should be able to share at least the picture. Give me a second so you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's this one. See, this is her bonus. It's well worth it. So anyway, so the PDF will have 10 cards. By the way, I mentioned about my website, about the videos, just because again they kind of get now deleted. So let me just make sure I open my file. Let me just open. So if you go to creating without, let me just do this real quick. So I'll show you where to go to see all the videos. All right, so when you go here, so I have, so this is where you sign up for my email list. If you're not there, you get a PDF of ideas of how to make cards, by the way. And then here you go to the tutorial store. This is where I sell my tutorials, but then also in video tutorials. Yeah, I was right. You can see every time I go live, it posts here. So you can see all of them. And there's already 49, you know, You just keep going there. So you can see everything I have ever posted. It's all there. The tutorial store, that's where you go and see all the tutorials. I will be uploading these ones as well so that you can get them. This is the last one we have. And then the card club, this is where I was telling you. And again, I will be updating this one with the bunnies that I showed you earlier today. But when you go to card club, make sure that you do this card club member information form, because that's where you're telling me where to send your kit. And then you can see all of the past clubs so you get an idea of what we've done. And then if you're interested, you can also get the tutorial from here as well. So it will take you directly to where that tutorial is and all the products that I use. So anyway, so hopefully, because I know I never really walked you through the blog, but I just wanted to take a little bit of time just to make sure. I never know. You could find your videos that way, learn something new today. Yeah, Gail, that's what I'm saying. They're all there. So it's very easy because you don't have to be, it's great if you go to YouTube and subscribe on my channel. But if you're trying to just go through past videos, that's an easy way to get through them as well. Okay. So Lori says she likes them all, but she thinks the third is her favorite. So this one. Gail says, I love each and every one, but the last one was my favorite. Good. Okay, so I'm glad that you're liking it. Kate also said this is her favorite one. So I guess this one was the winner of the day. So anyway, so thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I will be coming back next Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. I haven't decided. I think Sunday is going to be my day now that I said that. Or maybe Saturday. I think maybe Saturday should be my day. But anyway, we'll see. It's during the weekend now. And I'm trying to do this earlier in the morning, for me, of course, because, I know I'm in the Pacific time, so for you, might be already the late. But anyways, the afternoon. So anyway, so thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. And there's going to be 2 more craft-alongs coming your way. One is featuring the Easter bunnies, different designer series paper and ribbon, but the same bundle as the card club. And then the next one is coming for March. These are the ones that we're going to be making. And I got to tell you, this is from a new set of online exclusive products that we're going to have in March. So stay tuned because you're going to see those coming to life pretty soon. Anyway, so thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.